Hi everyone. Like Today we are going to launch a LaExcellence guidance program and mentorship program. Here we are going to discuss about how this program is going to be held and how the students will be get benefited. First thing, guidance program will be given to students one who have understanding of basics, who have understanding of basics. They have to know the basics idea and basic syllabus that should be completed. For them, this guidance program is there. In this guidance program, we will teach you about how to analyze the topic. There will be subtopic for every syllabus line. That in upcoming slides, I'll tell you that how the subtopics will be dealt. And the same way, under this program, new program, we are giving mentorship. Mentorship means in this guidance program, first you have a basics, and we are telling that advanced like to approach UPSC say PYQs answers. Ultimately, we have to answer the PYQs questions. We have to get ready for UPSC. This is our ultimate goal. Here we are going to guide you first basics and advanced. In basics, you have already done in the classroom. Advanced is the guidance program. In a mentorship, when you face difficulties in this flow to reach, how even though after understanding the advanced program, you are not able to answer PYQ, what is stopping you? How to organize? What all the materials you have to study, and how to concise your notes. All this will be taught in mentorship. This again in this prelims oriented, we are going to discuss prelims oriented also. In prelims oriented, if you see, there are certain questions, a core subject questions will be there prelims. This can be answered by understanding basics. These questions will be covered in classes, basics, very basics. This type of questions will be 20% to 25% in UPSC prelims paper. The out of box questions will be like, you have to answer these questions on understanding the basics plus its dimension, various dimension, and its application with current affairs. When you understand the basics, various dimension, and its application part with current affairs, we can answer this questions. Other 70 to 75% questions will be coming from in this way. To this space, the prelims program has been there. What we here do after this basics, we'll give you the dimensions of this basics, application part, linkage with current affairs, and certain questions are there. Even after this, you have to understand the tricks and hacks to answer the prelims questions. The tricks will be taught here. There are various kind of tricks for various subtopics. For a modern history, there is a different tricks. For economy, there is a different trick. For example, in economy, in a prelims, in economy, it's all about production, distribution, and consumption. If any options is not in sync with this production, distribution, and consumption line, that option we should be eliminated. This will be taught in class in a tricks. The production is all about, like if you say gross domestic product, all the GB gross value product, this kind of thing. Distribution, PDS is the one initiative under distribution. Consumption, basic income, universal income, giving for poor people to consume this product. There is a one link for complete economy. If there is any deviation in option in a prelims, deviation in this row, any deviation, if that there is an option reflects deviation from this part, it should be wrong. That will be discussed with the PYQ, with the examples, with analytical part, in a tricks part. This is how we are designing this program. The guidance program, mains topic, the mains guidance program, how we are going to teach you and how we are going to make you UPSC mains ready is like, first, in a mains topic, for every topic under syllabus, there will be a subtopic. The subtopic, let us take an example, expansion of British. This is if you take any book like a Spectrum or any book, there will be 30 to 40 pages for this particular topic, subtopic, telling you about how the British expanded in Indian subcontinent. In the Indian subcontinent, how they expanded. If this is the subtopic, what we do here, we will give you a framework. This is a framework for this particular subtopic. This is the framework for this particular subtopic. For every subtopic, there will be a different framework will be given to you. I will explain what this framework means. First, for expansion. For any expansion, there should be a principle why they are doing this expansion. One thing. How they did. What made them to do this expansion. This you have to understand first, basics. I'll teach you this also in next slide. Then, while doing this, they got the reason to do any work. They've got, okay, this is the plan, this is the motto. They have done, we have to do like this, expand. How did they did expansion? There was certain administrative policy. There were certain personalities. And if this both is also there is administrative policy and personality, they should have opportunity to expand. What opportunity they had to expand? In India, if you see, there was a weak polity. And if they want to, like for industrial revolution, they want raw material and market. India was the good raw material source and India was the good market for their industrial products. These are the tools like to expand. See, okay, I want to expand. I want to come in this country, think that I am like a British. This is a country where I want to expand. I have to acquire everything, this territory. Will it be so easy cakewalk for me? Will it be like I will go and acquire like this? There will be challenge. There is already a setup. There is already an administrative policy here. There is already a state. There are other princely states are there. Whether they allow you to do this very easily. Challenges. You can see the challenges in the form of kings, nobles. For that example, there was a war. If you see, there was 4 Anglo-Mysore war, 3 Anglo-Maratha war. If you see rebels, they were tribal. There were civilian rebels. There was military also. Certain political organizations was also there for their to stop their expansion. After giving this subtopic, after giving this framework, now if you see my subtopic, after like the framework which I gave here, if you read that 30 pages, expansion in a spectrum, 30 pages, you can fill the what are administrative policy they use. For example, doctrine of lapse, subsidiary allowance. Who are the personalities who are involved? For example, war nesting, the lousy. What was the weak polity? There was war of internal succession. Raw material, Bengal was the source. That's why they did war. That's why they captured Bengal first. So when this framework is there, when we discuss like this framework, when you study, you update this subtopic in your brain. It's not like you're writing a notes. You will update every this what all admission policy, how it linked, what happened, what was the reason, all this thing in your brain. For the principal, I said, no, gosh, the principal, they came as a trader. What was the cause? What was the principle to come as a to expand in the Indian subcontinent, to take over the polity in their hand, political administration in their hand? What was the reason? As I said, for industrial revolution, they need raw material and market. For this to expand, to take this whole subcontinent, they wanted polity as a tool. Opportunity, there was a weak political system in India. There was a lot of war of succession that gave them opportunity, and abled leaders, modern technology, science and tech, which they developed during those time, during industrial revolution. This made them to expand in India. This is how the subtopic framework will be given, and in 5 to 10 minutes, this subtopic framework will be given, and we'll discuss discuss the dimensions and angle and application parts, challenges, everything for every subtopic in different way. When you know this and you get to know the basic knowledge, you will be able to answer any question that we will discuss in class itself by giving PYQ on the board, by taking this framework as a reference, and from this framework, how we can answer that PYQ. Ultimately, this framework should be in your hand. This framework you should memorize. After this, how can you answer using this framework the PYQs? This will be the guidance program. Expansion, yeah, this is like one question, how that analytical part works in prelims. For one question was there in a PYQ, like, where all British opened the factory before 1625, means quarter century, 17th before first quarter century, before 1625. If you understand that the expansion that did, initially they came in this area, in Bengal area. They took Farman to trade. It was 1615. They got permission to open the factory. They asked the question, where all the factories they opened until 1625. And there was one option as a Tiruchirappalli. Tiruchirappalli is somewhere, it comes here at the south. By analytical purpose, we can see that whether they just came here and there was challenges. As I said, there was challenges. There were nobles, there were kings, they had a lot of wars. Could they, will they able to come directly within 10-15 years at this place, at the south of India? Can they establish the factory here? We will think, okay, it might not. They might not be able to. Then, if you eliminate this option in a prelims, the answer was 1, 2, 3 only. This way, after every framework, every subtopic, I call it a framework, every subtopic, the relevant PYQs will be displayed. For 8 to 10 years, PYQs will be displayed. With that particular knowledge, core knowledge, how we can answer with relevant PYQs will be discussed in a guidance program. This is how this all guidance program works. And major portion for the students in mains, like guidance program, any prelims, total in UPSC Journey, current affairs, how to handle this current affairs. Sir, how to handle this current affairs, how to read. Means even though I make number of notes, I'm not able to remember, I'm not able to revise again and again. For this, we have designed one program. How much? The major part of current affairs will be in these two papers, paper 2 and paper 3. Polity, governance, international relationship, economy, environment, internal security, science and tech, agriculture part. This is the major part where current affairs is dealt. For example, today some news comes in article, some in newspaper with respect to any international summit. What we discuss in a class here, see, this is related to this topic. Under this subtopic, where you can place that news, the framework will be given in a in the main guidance program. After that framework is finished, initial stage we will go with this subtopic framework, and you will be filling that data and the news in that framework. In that framework, if you keep on filling, adding this news, and that what to study, how much to study, and that news also, a brief discussion will be done. Any ABC news, the brief discussion will be done, and interlinking with that particular news with these topics and subtopics will be guided here. Once you know this particular news is linked to this particular the main topic and other further subtopic, that will be registered in your brain. When you register that, any mains answer writing, mains improvement, answer improvement, you will use this news articles and you will think in these dimensions. And you can frame the answers: introduction, body, conclusion. Let it be any topic. When you brainstorm in this way, the current affair parts is you need not to maintain separate register for that. It will be in one framework. The main motto here is that you have to understand the syllabus, its subtopic, its dimension at one place. You have to write it at one place, and you have to use that to answer any question, whether it is mains PYQ or prelims PYQ, and you will be ready for the UPSC. This is how this program runs. Yeah, one more topic like I just focus RTI. If there is any news in a newspaper regarding RTI, right to information, I'll give you the framework like this. What is the principle for RTI? What is this RTI? From where we can discuss this, where we can start the discussion about this RTI. First of all, principle is we are democracy, we are a democratic country. For that, citizen should be informed citizen. If it is a democracy, citizen should be informed citizen. What all tools we have for this? RTI Act, Citizen Charter, e-governance. Okay. We have principle, we have tools. Whether it has been implemented, whether it is reaching the citizen, we can't say that like out of cloud, like can't say that it's reaching, it's not, yes, it's reaching, it's not reaching. We have to see who will say this, whether it's reaching or not. Authentic person, Supreme Court, NGO survey, civil society organization, public review will say this. This will be given in newspaper as a article, news, but Supreme Court said on this RTI, some NGO survey did that the citizen charter is outdated, not updated, issues, e-governance, many people access, there's a digital divide, they don't have access to internet. This and all will be coming in the news. As it coming in news, as I update now, you have to update here. Related to this organization, this framework I'll be giving. And this surveys, this data, this will be in this side. Solution, way forward or solution. You have to analyze this whole scenario, RTI. If you are a DC, if you are an implementing officer, what all you will do to reach this, to make this person informed citizen? That is solution. That will be given in newspaper, in class notes and basics. When you understand this framework, when you understand this way, every topic, subtopic, it will be easy to answer. This is how the whole program has been designed to guide you to 2025 UPSC. Here I'll end my session and thank you. And yeah, Guidance program will start from December 1st. Registration has started. You can contact front desk office like LaExcellence office. For registration, you can contact them. Already registration started. You can contact the office. Thank you.